always have the same ratio on your tracks. That's a big thing to reduce slippage and to make sure you're getting the maximum power to the ground. And then he also really liked that steerable and adjustable drawbar. He said that was really nice in his turns going around sloughs. Well, another good day done. It is about 7 o'clock and I'm just gonna be heading home now. I came out to the customer's place and rode around with them. Actually got spoiled and got lunch in the field, some unbelievable burgers, and it was a really fun day. I flew my drone around even though it was maybe borderline too windy, but we almost lost another one of these. I was taking pictures, so sadly I don't have it on video, but I was going and backing up, and there was a bush behind me that I did not know about, and this thing got all tangled up, fell down, and by the time I got to it, it somehow worked its way, so it's sitting perfectly on a tuft of grass, but just about lost another one of these guys. So thankfully it's still all right, and we'll be able to get more drone footage, as I'm sure we'll be going to another customer's place next week and continuing on with customer visits and getting some drone footage and learning how everyone else does their farming. I always enjoy coming out to customers' places, and especially when they treat me so good. So I also picked up, well, didn't pick up, he picked up another Farmers Business Network hat. This thing is pretty slick, so I got 2 of them now. I also got a toque, so it was a really good day. Well, we meet again. It has actually been sitting out here for about 4 days now. Parked it right out front. Everyone's coming up, walking all around it, taking pictures. It's really cool to see. But today is a special day for me, so I'm gonna take this thing for a spin. First things first, we're gonna have to get a key. So before we jump into this tractor and give it a quick little drive around and see what that beautiful cab suspension I've been hearing about, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this particular unit. So this particular unit is actually sold. The customer, he wanted this thing and ordered it exactly to his specifications. He didn't need the 670 horsepower, so he went for this 620 horsepower model. This one has a 15.2 liter MAN engine. And if we come around to the back side of the tractor, we can see that it has the fender controls, just like we know and love on our other Fendt tractors. We can also see this. This is a 116 gallons per minute flow Bosch pump. These hydraulics are dedicated specifically for the implements. We can also see down here the hydraulically adjusted drawbar. So what this thing is doing actually is when he turns the tractor, he can have it set to auto, and that drawbar is going to swing with the way he's turning to keep that weight and that ballasting exactly perfect for pulling that implement. This is the 36-inch track, so it is the wide track option. So this thing is going to have excellent flotation. But a nice tidy undercarriage under here. I was crawling underneath. Oh yeah, and the tow cable. I was crawling underneath because I wanted to see if I could see where those load level or the Smart Ride cylinders were. So what that Smart Ride is, it is actually an adjustable front suspension in a sense, where if you have a heavy load, lots of drawbar weight on the back on the drawbar, you can actually adjust to lift or lower your front of your tractor. So then you always have the same ratio on your tracks. That's a big thing to reduce slippage and to make sure you're getting the maximum power to the ground. Now here is this beautiful FENDT cab. So now I guess the part you guys have been waiting for. Let's fire this thing up. So this thing is sitting here idling under 1,000 RPMs. And I don't know if you guys can tell, this cab is so quiet. And just when we click that trigger forward, we could hear the air brakes release. And we're moving. That is nuts. So now if we want to keep going, we just keep holding that forward, and the tractor is just going to keep accelerating forward because of that CVT transmission. If we turn the wheel, we can see it returns to 0 and gets us going straight. And it just zings us around. We can hear it starting to rev up as we're turning because it was taking the right-hand track, spinning it faster, and slowing down that left-hand track. Not actually stopping the left-hand track, but just slowing it down. And now we're coming to a washout right here, our drainage ditch, and let's see how rough it is. You honestly almost could not feel it. Let's swing around and do it again. So let's hammer down a little. And here it comes. Holy man. But anyways, it looks pretty much the same as any other FENDT, except a couple of the buttons are a little different. This is to swing our drawbar to the left or to the right. We can also go into our terminal and click on auto. So when we turn this steering wheel to the right, our drawbar will also turn to keep our weight of our implement on that hitch exactly where it needs to be. This is actually my very first time driving a 2-track machine. Don't tell anyone. Not having to switch through and hit a power shift or bumping anything forward, just I love these CVT transmissions. This is freaking sweet. So now there was actually one of these tractors in Alberta going all seating, and some of the guys from AGCO were telling me what the customer really liked about the unit. And the first thing was how he didn't have to shift gears. With that CVT transmission, he didn't have to worry about shifting down, shifting up. When he's going around the corners, he pretty much took all the thinking out of it. He really noticed that he did not have as much user fatigue at the end of the day. He also really liked how quiet that cab is, how comfortable that cab suspension is. And then he also really liked that steerable and adjustable drawbar. He said that was really nice in his turns, going around sloughs, kind of doing all that stuff. And he really liked how much flow he had coming from that 116 gallon per minute Bosch pump. So now as I sit here and just enjoy the company of this Fendt tractor, I'm just thinking about the mess I gotta do to edit this video. I was excited, I was running around every way, completely unorganized, so it's gonna be a little bit of time to do that. But anyways, I wanted to mention thank you very much to everyone who watched my last video. Of course, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for subscribing. I've gained a lot of subscribers over the last week, not even. So I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm glad to have you guys along for the journey, and we got lots of cool things in store. Tomorrow, actually, I am going down to Swift Current, to our Swift Current location, where they have the 1167. AGCO has an 1167 going around from dealership to dealership, doing salesman training, doing customer ride and drives, and all that stuff. So I'm going down there because we got a schedule of customers coming in to check that thing out. So I'm gonna go down there and enjoy it and meet some people and have some fun hanging around these beasts. But anyways, I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for subscribing, and we will see you in the next one.